And what does that mean? It means that at the ultimate reaches of human identity, it's not only the confrontation with catastrophe and death that's required, but the full-fledged confrontation with malevolence itself. And then the ultimate hero is the person who can do that voluntarily without being corrupted, while maintaining his upward aim. That's identity. All of that's identity, right? That's that Jacob's ladder that stretches up from the earth to the heavens, right? That situates every person in the confines of a heavenly hierarchy with that ultimate heroic sacrificial gesture at the pinnacle. Well, why? Well, the person who dares the ultimate gains the ultimate reward. And so you write the essay and you get the grade and you get your degree so you can have your career, so you can mature, so you can be useful to yourself now and your future self, and so you can be useful to your wife and your children, and so that you can extend yourself across time. And if you do that properly, then that isn't where it ends, because maybe you're also a model for other people. You're a mentor for other people, at least by example and maybe by practice, right? And you establish a mode of being that, if replicated by others, stabilizes the whole social order and makes it trustworthy and productive. And then everybody can trust each other and cooperate. And if they all trust each other and cooperate, then they can do impossible things together, and they can make the desert bloom and everyone can thrive. And so that's a good deal. Right, is that you're called upon to maintain your upward aim regardless of the catastrophe of life. And the promise is that if you do that voluntarily, the spirit of the cosmic order will walk with you while you do it. Right, and that seems right, because we know practically, we know psychologically that you become braver and better with every decision you make to confront what obstacle terrifies you and stops you in your tracks, right? You develop into more of what you could be by constantly confronting the things that challenge you most deeply. And there's no end to that. And in principle, there's no end to the amount of development that can emerge as a consequence of that. And that's another part of that upward spiraling Jacob's ladder that leads up into the incomprehensible reaches of the divine itself. And then what you have in that is, just as you fade into incomprehensibility on the material end of things, you fade into incomprehensibility at the transcendent end of things too. And that what your identity is the thing that bridges the gap between earth and heaven. And that's who we are. And that's what we need to understand.